Good evening, everyone. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing okay. My name is Jewel, and this is J7409 Weather with a tropical update. This is going to be short, sweet, and to the point. I'm going to talk mainly about Laura. We will start off with Marco over here, though. Right now, the winds are 40 miles per hour. The pressure, 1,008 millibars. Tracking 29.0 north, 88.9 west, moving northwest, just a crawling at 6 miles per hour. And as you can tell, the center is barely touching this little portion of Louisiana here. So right in this area here is where most of what wind that is left in Marco that you will get. Now, I want to tell you this, Laura, if you haven't started preparing, don't wait, because within a couple of days, Laura may be knocking at your door. Now, Laura's winds are still the same at 60. They may even go a little bit lower, but then they're just going to blow up, I'm telling you folks. Now, the minimum central pressure is 1,001 millibars. It's located between 29.7 north and 82.2 west, and it's moving at a good clip west-northwest at 17 miles per hour. National Hurricane Center tracking map for Laura. Come on, it's a tropical storm. They already have a hurricane watch up. Look at here. Right in the areas that I were telling you earlier and showing and telling you for the last few days. It's looking like this hurricane watch is for Port Bolivar, Texas, to west of Morgan City, Louisiana. Now, where you see the yellow, that's a tropical storm watch south of Port Bolivar, Texas, to San Luis Pass, Texas, and from Morgan City, Louisiana, to the mouth of the Mississippi River. Now, some of these places, the storm surge is going to be severe, 7 to 11 feet. Look, for those of you who've been following me for a while when I had Florence, you know what storm surge will do. And storm surge is the #1 killer when it comes to hurricanes. Now, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a Category 2, and I still don't doubt that it don't hit Category 3 at some time. I hope it does not. I hope I am wrong. But I just got that feeling. But as a Category 2, it's going to be bad enough. Earlier today, I told you the guidance of the ships were calling for a Cat 3 or more. Well, now they're up to a Cat 4. Would you look at that? And we have one at a Cat 4, 2 at a Cat 3. Then all the rest are hovering around here around Cat 2. For sure, it will be a Cat 2. I still am wondering if it's going to be a 3. I think it might have a slight window. I hope and pray it doesn't turn into that. The National Weather Service of Houston, for Houston and Galveston, Texas, this is the latest thing that's come out in that area. The center of Laura passing near the Isle of Youth will threaten northwestern Gulf Coast midweek. I keep telling you, probably Wednesday, maybe Thursday, maybe even Tuesday night. I don't think it'll be tomorrow night, though. I'm thinking more like maybe some point Wednesday into Thursday. You guys need to make sure you are prepared. All of these watches and warnings, and this is strictly for southwestern Texas, as you can see right here. That storm surge in some places is going to be unreal. You don't want to get slack. You want to make sure you got everything taken care of. Now, make sure you click show more, and I will try to post this information there for you, okay? Make sure you listen to your local weather forecasters, and make sure if you're in these areas, you pay attention to your local authorities and your official authorities, okay? If they tell you to evacuate, please do so. Make sure your vehicle is gassed up ahead of time and get prepared, because some of these places could be inhabitable for a while. I hate to say that, but I'm not reading this to you. If you read it all, you will see it, okay? Some of them could be inhabitable. I'm not saying that these certain places are. I'm just saying what it's looking like from the National Hurricane Center and the National Weather Service. Storm surge, wind gusts, floods, tornadoes. You guys got everything all balled up in one ball of wax. So if you are asked to evacuate, please do evacuate and stay safe, okay? Please do that, because all of this stuff more than likely will occur at some point. Now, the road's impassable from large objects and debris. Don't go out in your car after it has started. We all know the power's going to go out. Communication outages will happen. Make sure you've got your phones charged up, and make sure you've got them little battery packs are great for your phones. Make sure you've got one of those if you can get one before Wednesday, because you can charge your phone on that many, many, many times. So this is what it's looking like. We got a storm surge watch, Galveston, coastal Galveston, and coastal Harris. I will post all this stuff. Now, let's go check out Louisiana. I'm not telling you folks this to scare you or to put fear in you. I'm telling you this to get on the ball and make sure you've got your kits, your plans. Whatever it is you need to get ready, you need to do it now. Now, you can see right now, this is coming from the National Weather Service at Lake Charles, Louisiana. Hurricane Watch, Storm Surge Watch. Locations: Beaumont, Netherland, Port Arthur, Sabine Pass. Now, the winds and stuff, it's going to be something. Peak wind forecast, 30 to 40 with gusts to 50. Window for tropical storm force winds. This is the tropical storm force winds. Then, threat to life and property winds includes typical forecast uncertainty in the track, but the size and the intensity you could have anywhere. Now, let me get these little pesky things off of here. You could have anywhere in these areas 74 to 110 mile per hour winds. And they are telling you, plan for life-threatening wind of equivalent to Cat 1 or 2 hurricane force. Like I say, it might get a little higher. I hope and pray it don't. I hope it stays at this level right here. Prepare efforts to protect life and property should be done rigorously and have it being done underway right now. Prepare for considerable wind damage. Act now to complete your preparations before the wind becomes hazardous. All kind of things going on. Roof damage. Everything. Mobile homes severely damaged. Tornadoes are going to be a problem. It's just going to be a mess. Storm surge. Life-threatening storm surge possible. Peak storm surge inundation. You guys, the same thing as the portions of Texas I just read. 7 to 11 feet above ground. Within the surge-prone areas. The window of concern, Tuesday evening until Thursday afternoon. Threat to life and property includes the typical stuff. You've got planned for greater than 9 feet above. They're already telling you right here it's looking like it's going to be 7 to 11 feet. Don't drive through it. Please, please. This storm surge is bad, folks. It can just wash things right away. You don't want to, if you live on a coastline or anywhere where this is coming in at, and it's in the areas that I pointed out for the last 2 or 3 days, please take heed to this. This storm is not going to be Marco. Now, battering waves. Remember when I told you I had Florence? The storm surge waves were so bad, they busted down my kitchen door and I had waves coming in my house. Well, that's what it's going to be like, folks. Powerful battering waves, structural damage to buildings, with many washing away. Damage greatly compounded, floating debris, and locations may be uninhabitable. Same goes for the areas in Texas if you read it all, for an extended period of time. Now, make sure you've got an escape route and secondary roads if they're washed out or severely flooded. Make sure you've already thought about when you need to get out. If you can't get out the way you're used to, what you're going to do. massive damage to marinas, docks, piers, numerous small craft broken away from the mooring, with many lifted on shore and stranded. Flooding rain. You're going to have a lot of rain. I'm not going to read all this anymore, but tornadoes. You got to keep that in your plan. Lots of tornadoes. And this is from Louisiana right now, the latest thing that they put out, okay? The latest thing that they put out for immediate broadcast. Right quickly, I told you in the tropical update around lunch today that we had to wait for an inner core. That's when Laura would really start to fire up. It hasn't happened yet, but it looks like it's going to, okay? And you saw the intensity forecast from all the models and the ship models included a while ago. And by Wednesday morning, Laura should be right out in here. You're going to start feeling it, though, probably Wednesday night. And right up in this area from Texas, right over to around here. Right where they have the hurricane watch is exactly correct from all of the things that I have put together. It's not over here in Louisiana. This is a tropical storm watch, and you're not even going to be in the cone, so you don't have to ask me if you live in this area of Louisiana, am I going to get it? Because no, it doesn't look like it. You may get some rain, you may get some little winds now and then, but it's within this white area. This is going to be the dangerous area of Texas and Louisiana. Now, once it hits land, it's going to start to truck on down and should be a tropical storm before it exits the state of Louisiana as it moves toward Arkansas. Now, as we look at the tracking map from Marco, from the National Hurricane Center, you can see it's barely touching this little strip of Louisiana. Needless to say, though, you guys are still getting rain. You'll get a little wind gust now and then, and you're going to get rain. But Marco's dying. Marco's going to be a depression pretty soon, and by tomorrow afternoon, a post-tropical depression remnant as it moves on across. What's so bad, it's moving across the same area Laura's going to come in, so whatever rain you do get out of Marco, you're going to get a double whammy, probably at some point Wednesday or Thursday. And Laura's a much bigger storm, so you're going to feel this stuff much further from the center than Marco. Marco's a little teeny storm. I also want to add something before I get out of here. Everybody who lives along and close to the mouth of the Mississippi River, storm surge, I'm afraid all this water is going to back up into it, okay? You need to pay attention if you live anywhere close to the mouth of the Mississippi River, because water's going to start piling up and piling up and piling up from these systems, especially when Laura comes by. It's probably already started some already with Marco, but when Laura blows through, even if she's a Category 2, or even if she's a Category 1, the water's going to rise tremendously. And Laura may get, for a little while, to a Cat 3. Let's hope and pray she don't. Some models are showing a Cat 4, for good Lord's sake. I don't think that will happen, but I am not ruling out a possible Cat 3 at some point, but I am guaranteeing what it's looking like, it will be a Cat 2 at least. So, you see what these will do, you know what they will do. Friends, I'm begging you, check on your neighbors, check on the elderly, check on the handicapped. Now is the time to make sure your pets have a safe place to be if you cannot take them with you. Make sure you have your plans ready, just like with the roads when they start to flood. You can't drive through it. It'll kill you, people. You cannot drive through it. Make sure you have an alternate route, please. Make sure your car is full of gas. The electricity could be off for a very long time in some places, and as you have seen, some places could be inhabitable for a period of time. So don't get scared. It's a hurricane. It's hurricane season. Be prepared. Be prepared. Pray for the best, but be ready for the worst. And you'll get through it somehow if you use your head. Please stay safe and be smart. I love you all so much. I'll be back tomorrow with the good Lord's will. Take care of yourselves, folks. Have a good evening, a safe evening, a blessed evening. And if you have not started preparing in these areas, right here, as the hand goes around, you need to be doing it right now. Don't wait. Peace, love, and kindness to each and every one of you. Thank you for everything you do for me. Thank you for subscribing and everything. I love you guys. Thanks for watching.